we're greeted by a fascinating tableau. Three distinct toads in a focused, almost contemplative observation of a lone cockroach. The air is thick with predatory anticipation. On the left, a golden-hued toad. In the center, a green-striped individual. And to the right, a larger patterned toad, which quickly demonstrates its hunting prowess with a successful lunge. The chopsticks, a familiar tool in such feeding videos, add a controlled element to this display of natural instinct. The rightmost toad's efficient takedown is a clear example of amphibian predatory skill. As the feeding trials continue, now accompanied by a more energetic soundtrack, the competitive spirit among the toads is evident. The larger patterned toad on the right frequently outmaneuvers its companions, showcasing a dominant hunting strategy. This isn't merely about satisfying hunger, it's a subtle window into natural hierarchies and reaction times. Even in this captive setup, these interactions, filled with enthusiastic lunges and occasional comical misses, reflect the complex dynamics of resource competition in the wild. The scene now shifts dramatically, plunging us into a high-stakes confrontation between two insect titans, a praying mantis and a formidable Asian giant hornet. The tension is palpable as these apex invertebrate predators prepare for battle. The mantis, an ambush specialist renowned for its lightning-fast raptorial forelegs, carefully assesses its powerful opponent. The hornet, a recognized symbol of insect aggression with its potent sting and strong mandibles, is a dangerous adversary. Their clash is a swift, intense flurry, culminating in the mantis ensnaring the hornet with remarkable speed and precision. The praying mantis now has its prey firmly secured, the Asian giant hornet pinned by those incredibly evolved spined forelegs. It's a vivid demonstration of nature's specialized weaponry. Despite the hornet's desperate attempts to retaliate, the mantis has likely targeted a vulnerable point and begins feeding, a common behavior among insect predators. It's worth reiterating the significant danger Asian giant hornets pose in their natural habitat. Their stings are severe. Witnessing this intense predator-prey interaction in a controlled setting allows us to appreciate the raw efficiency of these miniature combatants without the associated risks. We begin with a vibrant, almost fluorescent yellow Pac-Man frog, likely Ceratophorus cranwelli or a similar species, in a rather precarious face-off with an Asian giant hornet. This is not your average Tuesday night dinner for a frog, it's a high-stakes gamble. The hornet, armed with a formidable sting and powerful mandibles, is a dangerous proposition, and there's the strike. The frog engulfs the hornet, but the battle isn't over. Notice the struggle. The hornet is clearly not going down without a fight. The frog is using its powerful jaws and even its body to try and subdue this feisty meal. A very important safety note here. Feeding live, stinging insects of this caliber to pet amphibians is incredibly risky. A single sting inside the mouth or throat could be fatal. This is a dramatic illustration of a frog's opportunistic nature, but one that carries significant peril. Transitioning to a completely different kind of predator, we now observe a black widow spider, identifiable by its glossy black body and the characteristic, though not always visible, red hourglass. It's meticulously spinning silk around a branch. This is a beautiful demonstration of web construction, a complex instinctual behavior vital for capturing prey. Following that, we see a wolf spider, a fast-moving hunter that relies on pursuit rather than webs, exhibiting typical exploratory behavior. These are two very different arachnid hunting strategies on display. The black widow's venom is neurotoxic and medically significant for humans, so caution is always advised around them. The wolf spider, while also venomous, is generally less dangerous to people, but its bite can still be painful. These close-ups give us a fantastic appreciation for their intricate forms. Now, this is a true arachnid duel. Our black widow spider is engaging with the wolf spider. The black widow, despite often being smaller, possesses a potent advantage with its venom and silk-throwing capabilities. Watch as it expertly casts strands of silk attempting to entangle the much more mobile wolf spider. The wolf spider, relying on speed and direct attack, is trying to find an opening, but it's a dangerous dance. The black widow's strategy is one of attrition and incapacitation. It's a fascinating look at interspecies spider combat, where different evolutionary advantages are pitted against each other. The speed and agility of the wolf spider versus the potent venom and silk mastery of the black widow, a classic nature documentary moment unfolding in miniature. Returning to the world of amphibians, we have another Pac-Man frog, this one with striking orange and yellow patterning, presented with a pair of shiny metallic-looking beetles. These frogs are renowned for their eat first, ask questions later philosophy. One beetle gets a little too curious and climbs aboard the frog, turning it into a temporary, bumpy steed. This is a rather comical moment, showcasing the frog's general immobility when not actively hunting, and the beetle's clueless audacity. The frog seems largely unperturbed by its six-legged passenger, perhaps contemplating its next meal, or maybe just enjoying the temporary hat. It's a light-hearted interlude before the inevitable feeding response is triggered. We start with a lone stick insect, a master of camouflage, though its disguise isn't fooling anyone in this brightly lit enclosure. Soon, it's joined by a rather chunky Pac-Man frog, likely a Ceratophus species with those characteristic horns above its eyes. Now, an African bullfrog, or pixie frog, Pyxicephalus adspersus, enters the arena, and this one means business. These are impressively large frogs with a notoriously voracious appetite. The stick insect, which might have seemed like a daunting meal for the Pac-Man, is now facing an even more formidable predator. The bullfrog, with its powerful jaws and a significantly wider gape, makes quick work of the insect. Notice how it uses its front feet, almost like hands, to stuff the lengthy prey into its mouth. The smallest frog, despite its size disadvantage, shows remarkable pluck, often getting right into the fray. This highlights how strong the feeding instinct is, sometimes overriding precision. It's a charming, if chaotic, look at how these amphibians compete for resources with the added humor of their less than graceful attempts. We begin with a close-up of a pale yellow scorpion, likely a species from a drier climate, its tail arched in a characteristic defensive posture. This is an ancient predator, perfectly evolved for desert survival. Then, the camera shifts to its opponent, a glossy black spider, which appears to be a black widow, identifiable by its shiny black body and, as it turns, that telltale orange-red marking on its abdomen. Though not the classic hourglass, it's definitely a Latrodectus species. The spider is actively exploring, perhaps laying down some silk, a critical tool in its hunting arsenal. These initial moments establish our combatants, each a formidable venomous creature in its own right. These spiders are medically significant to humans, and their bites require immediate medical attention. Observing this in a controlled environment is fascinating, but it also underscores the respect these creatures command. The battle is essentially over. The spider has successfully hunted a very dangerous opponent. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed the video and found it interesting, Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to catch all the exciting content coming up. Your support means the world and is the biggest motivation for me to keep exploring and sharing the wonders of the animal world.